friends, I am going to show you today how to use the bonus pieces from the Party Time card kit, which we made on a video recently. And I'm also going to show you some alternate ways to set up your cards from the kit using those pieces, or some ways to make brand new cards so you have additional cards with the bonus pieces from the set. If you need to order this card kit or any other supplies, you can do that on my website or you can contact me directly. I'm happy to do that for you, especially in person if you're local, and you can come check some stuff out here at a crop sometime, or just set up a time to come look at things or pick up an order. So let's jump into that. I have already gone through all of my cards that I made, pretty much just following the card instructions in the kit. But then I looked through all the bonus pieces and found there's probably at least one piece that you can use on each of the cards, either to supplement what's already there or make some changes. So card number 1 had this little sending love note. One of the bonus pieces is this postage stamp piece that says best wishes, and that might be a fun alternative instead of sending love. Of course, you don't have to use these pieces the way I'm saying. This is just what I thought of as I looked through the bonus pieces. So if you don't like sending love, if you want to send a maybe a little more specific card, best wishes instead of that, on this card would be very cute. For the happy birthday card with the cupcake, there is actually this blingy little cupcake cutout, which matches perfectly with the die cut. So it would make your cupcake card that much cuter if you just applied all the bling to that, and then you could set these other gems off in the corners, or you can use those for another card. We're gonna actually set all these bonus pieces aside today. I'm just showing some options here using the original card kit designs, but we're going to use all the bonus pieces to make some new cards. Here was this one that said thank you so much, so very much. And I mentioned there was probably a different option if you didn't want this card to say thank you when I made the card originally in that video. So here is a circle that's just plain green, where if you didn't want it to say thank you, you could have still the circle behind the smiley face, or you can swap out the cute little flower smiley face, and some combination of those would be really adorable. For card number 4, where it says brighter days ahead, if that's not the message you want to send, there is an alternate piece that fits that same spot that says love, hugs, and sunshine. I thought that was cute, and it matches the colors in the background for this card. Now on this one that has Let's Eat Cake, the Let's Eat Cake piece is separate from the printed cake behind it, so just keep that in mind. Because when I saw this piece in the bonus pack, I thought, oh, that would be cute, maybe to make this into a present stack instead of a cake. And if I were going to do that, I would probably leave this Let's Eat Cake piece off or use it for something else. So that might be a cute birthday present stack instead of a cake, if you'd rather have it be that. This one with the little letter and the postage stamp background originally has the words just a note, but another kind of cute one would be thinking of you, which definitely matches with that card as well. And this card that says yay, if you wanted it to become more of a birthday card, let's see where that piece went. I'm not sure where I set it. I'll see if I can find that in a sec. So this happy birthday card with the confetti shaker, I thought would be fun with these yay letters. And if I were going to put yay on this card, I would probably eliminate that second hat and use that for something else. And that might be also a good option for making this into a landscape card, if you can imagine, with this confetti hat turned the other direction. Or if you want to use the confetti hat for something else, maybe you keep it with the flat birthday hat. So congratulations on this had an alternate word if you wanted it to say happy birthday. Instead of congratulations, you could do that. And this could, I'm sure, go with some others too. It would be cute on the mug. It would be cute on several others if you wanted a happy birthday. Or there was this cute cake and cupcake cutout that could be here instead of the one with the balloons. And that could go with congratulations if you wanted, or happy birthday, or maybe you would switch it with some of the other things in the kit. I think this is card number 10, and the original design had the red heart that says for you, but in the bonus pieces there was a cute purple heart that could go right there as well that says get well. You can just swap that out and now it becomes a different type of card. And get well with the mug I think is very fitting. Card number 11 was more congratulatory, you did it, but if you wanted it to be a birthday card, there is a banner that says party time. You could swap that out for instead. Otherwise, I think I would leave the rest of that design the same. And then same with this card. There is a different word strip with different words. If you don't want this to say this calls for confetti, the biggest thank you ever fits right on that card as well. I had to look around to see what I did with my alternate piece for this card, and it's so silly. I should have just looked originally, but instead of putting it inside the card, I ended up tucking it behind the card, still in with the envelope. So if you want this to be more of a specific happy birthday card, that can either go on top of the red, it covers up the yay words behind it, or you could do it without that and just put it directly on the polka dot background. Okay, so that was our set of original cards with a few ideas of how you might jazz them up or change them a little bit, and a kind of a good quick look at what types of things might be included in the bonus packs. Some card kits have them, some don't. Kind of just depends on the collection. And sometimes the pieces in there really are meant to supplement and enhance the existing cards. Sometimes they're more alternates or additional pieces that you could use for something else. Today I'm going to take these pieces with a pack of the blank Creative Memories cards, which are the same size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And they also come with just the plain white envelopes, so you can use these cards for anything. I end up using these with my bonus pieces a lot for cards, but I also like to design my own cards frequently. So that's what we're going to do today, is grab those bonus pieces, put them together with some papers from the Party Time collection, and make some new cards. I'm not sure yet how many cards we'll make. I don't think it will be 12 more, but I think we'll try to aim for at least 6. So this sheet really stood out to me in the Party Time paper pack because I like that they're approximately the size of a card to begin with, and also really colorful. We've got some options with lots of colors. So I think the first thing I'll do is slice these up into their individual pieces. The size on the printed paper is 4 by 6, but we're going to cut them a little bit smaller so they fit our cards. And then these two obviously are smaller than that. So we'll see if we're going to use them. Maybe, maybe not. Here's another one I liked from the Party Time collection that was really cute. Oh, and I'll show the back side of this one is like some monochromatic presents and cake and kazoos and other fun birthday things. So I like this colorful banner page that comes in that pack as well. And that has some stars in purple on the back. This is a number pack from the Party Time Blue, a number paper from the pack that's Party Time Blue. And on the back it's got the same star design, but with kind of a almost sand texture. Some blue cupcakes that I thought were fun with some bluish purplish kind of stars. And I've got two different stripe papers, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to use either of these, but I might. And the back of the green one has this green triangles, and the back of the blue stripes is little blue dots. I don't have a specific plan for all of these right now, but I do have these 4 that are all approximately 5 1/4 by 4. Although I did end up cutting this purple one down a bit more because I felt like once I trimmed it, the design didn't look quite centered. So I cut it a little bit smaller. So now I'm gonna look at which of these bonus pieces might look nice with some of these backgrounds or other pieces, because I got these 2 smaller ones from that card as well, or that paper. Okay, I'm going to do these 3 that I'm feeling pretty confident about. I am going to add an additional background behind this one because I feel like with the white, even though it's got the little dots, it just kind of blends in to the card. So I'm going to grab one of these others, one of these other papers, and see, do I want a green background? That's pretty nice. And I will cut this background piece to be the same size as the card. I'll cut this at 4 1/4. Because that is the height of my card in this direction. And then 5 1/2, which matches up with the end of the trimmer. That's 5 1/2 inches. All right, so let's start attaching these ones that we know we like. We want these to be the cards. And when I made the original set of cards for these, I used quite a bit of foam, a lot of foam squares for the large pieces that attach directly to the cards and also for the embellishments. For these ones, I'm probably not going to use as much foam, at least not for the large paper pieces, just because I feel like foam squares on the thinner paper, the just standard size paper, it just doesn't hold up as nicely. That's my opinion. But I don't know if you can tell the difference in thickness. But the die cuts and all the pieces that come with the cards usually are pretty rigid. They're a little bit of a thicker paper, whereas the paper in the paper packs is a little thinner. So these rigid pieces do really well with the foam squares, and you don't have to use a ton. You would have to use quite a bit more foam to keep these pieces from bending down on themselves or getting compressed. So I will not be doing as much of that kind of stuff with these bonus cards. I will still be using a fair amount of tape runner because for cards that are going to get handled, you don't want those pieces to come apart. And if you do just minimal tape runner, like I do in my albums that go into a page protector, you might have some issues with pieces not sticking together well. Okay, I am going to save this little cupcake bling in the middle for something else, but I'm going to do my blingy stickers just on the outsides of the white corners, or the inside of the white corners toward the edge of the card. I think that's a fun little card. I have mentioned this in the other video. The foam squares are usually okay for machine processed mail, meaning if you're going to stick this in an envelope and send it to someone through the mail, if it has foam squares only, foam and paper, you're probably okay with a regular postage stamp. However, the gems and other things that are more rigid and that don't squish down usually have to be hand processed, which means you're going to pay a little bit more in postage. So watch out for that. You might want to go into a post office rather than just sticking it in your mailbox to have them check and then determine how much that's going to cost to send. Or you might want to save cards like this to just hand to people or put in a gift that you're not going to stick in the mail. So that's a cute little party time card where we use the bonus pieces for the little gem stickers in the corners. This one looks crooked. Okay, it's fine. Cute. So we've got one bonus card all done. Here's another one we're going to do. Happy birthday. I will use foam on this HBD piece, and I just have not very much, but a partial sheet of the large squares left from the last cards we did. And this piece that says happy birthday and has the balloons is just going to go straight down on the card. So for these cards that I'm making out of this sheet of paper, I am largely just letting the paper do the work. The paper is cute already, has some words on some of these pieces, doesn't need a ton more added to it. Just one little thing or a set of things from the bonus pieces in the card kit is plenty. And could you add more to these? Yes, of course. You can do some cute punches. Creative Memories just this week came out with a really adorable new birthday set called Birthday Bonanza. And it has two associated tools, a border maker cartridge and a regular border punch, standalone border punch, that are both birthday themed. And it would be fun to put some of these bonus pieces in with things you punch from those tools or other punches you might already have. And like I mentioned too, this kit, this collection has stickers. So maybe you want to pull out those stickers. I'm going to do foam on the yay letters for this one, but use the smaller foam squares since these pieces are more narrow. little off the side. I think I'll place my A letter first, where I definitely want that to be in the center. And then I'll put on the 2 Y's to either side. Got plenty of room on this card to spread them out, so there's no reason to crowd these letters together. If I were going to include this birthday cake piece in a scrapbook, I would probably use it as a journal card because it has the lines on it. But I think it looks just fine like that with our yay letters for a card as well. So we've got 3 cute bonus cards already made up. Didn't take too much time other than kind of thinking about what we wanted to do. So let's look at the other pieces and decide, besides these 3 fun, cute cards, what else do we want to make? So I've got this green sheet that's stripes on one side and triangles on the other. I've got some of those pieces we cut up before. And maybe if this side isn't working, maybe the red side would be a good option instead. Those 3 that are like pretty well set what they're going to be, and then I'll decide if I want to also do any others. But 6 is a great number to get out of your extra bonus pieces. 6 more cards. I'm going to cut this dotted piece to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, like we did with the green piece. Again, 4 1/4 lines up on this 1/4 line right after the 4. 5 1/2 is right at the edge of the white. The white plastic edge of the trimmer. So that's gonna more or less be what this card looks like. We'll get one of those cards out and attach everything down. Got a little too much on this one side. Just folding that down. And I'll attach this flat to the card and then do foam for the best wishes words. Oh, I'm right at the end of my tape runner, so I will need to swap out for a new cartridge. I've got one ready to go. I also brought up my repositionable tape runner in case there were any smaller pieces that needed adhesive in that way. But I feel like in general I prefer regular tape runner on cards over repositionable. There are pros and cons, of course. If you tend to put pieces on upside down or you're kind of indecisive, this is a good option so you can move things around. But as I've mentioned a couple times now, I really want my cards to be kind of sturdy and not gonna come apart when people handle them. So I feel like the regular tape runner is a little better for that, especially as it sits over time. It becomes more and more permanent. Okay, best wishes card. This one is not going to have a full background. I'm just going to use these strips to kind of create a design that this cake and cupcake embellishment will sit in front of. And it doesn't need to be exact. It can be a little bit whimsical. And I will probably cut several of these just with my scissors so I can get them top and bottom at the same width for these pieces I already have cut out. Since I have more red, I think I'm going to do more red. Oh, that's plenty. Maybe even a little more purple on this other edge, and it can be skinny. Okay, so I'm going to attach those pieces top and bottom and then just set this one over that so you can't see the gap where I've cut the papers. Okay, and there is our birthday cake and cupcakes card. And I debated how straight do I want to make this. I ended up choosing to go straight with the shape rather than straight with the printed cake. If that bugs you, you could definitely rotate that and make it a little look like the cake is standing up straighter. All right. Party time, cupcake bling, present. How are you guys gonna go together? I think something like that. And I think I do want to put a background behind it. Maybe red. Red might be good. Let's see how it looks with the with those red gems. I'm not terribly worried, but I think those could kind of fade. If it's too similar looking to the background. Oh, sticking together a little. So I would need to trim this down, which is not a problem. I feel like that red is actually fine because it's a much darker red. You could do that kind of like it's a tag coming off the presents, like kind of like that. And not that we have to add more, but we've got this green circle. I was thinking maybe for something else, but it might be cute to kind of tie those things all together with that. I don't know that I want to bring in the blue because it's not already in there, the dark blue. I do have some yellow with the balloon string in that scrap. Or the purple that's a little bit darker but kind of goes with the other colors already in there. So that's an option. Green. I maybe like that better. I feel like it's just not quite fighting like the other things. Like the red seemed to be fighting with some of these other colors a little bit. Oh, we've got the dark blue stripes. Don't love that. The green and white stripes, and I don't really love that either. Or the blue dots. And that's okay. But I think of all of those that I've looked at so far, I like the green triangles the best with that combination. So let's put that together. This is cut to 4 1/4 tall already. I don't know that I need the whole thing to be covered. Let me think about that a little bit. So if it's a much smaller piece, how does that work? Maybe even enough smaller that these pieces hang off the sides a little bit. No, I would like those to be connected. So I think I'll just cut this a little bit smaller. So I have a little bit of a white border around that. And the personal trimmer is my preference for cutting any paper or pictures or anything that's small enough to fit on this. This is just probably my favorite tool. The new ones are the same style, just in a different color. Mine is quite old. I've probably had mine almost 20 years and it still works great. So I love it. My one The one big drawback I would say is that the size is intended for kind of 5x7 pictures or smaller. And you have to do a little bit of creative measuring if you want to go this direction more than 4 3/4. That's what this last mark is. So where I want this to actually be 5 inches, I'm going to go one more 1/4 inch. So 5 inches, which is 1/2 inch shorter than the card. And then the other direction the card is 4 1/4 inch. So I'm going to cut this to be 3 3/4. It's going to be 1/2 inch smaller, a little bit smaller than some of the other mats we've done. That's going to give a nice white border around the edge. And because this is going to stick down on top of everything else, I'm not going to put any foam on it. Otherwise, things will not line up for this to set on that. I'm just going to do the whole thing with tape runner. Everything will be stuck straight down. I know this little green circle isn't like really a birthday icon, but I think it helps out with this card to just kind of group things a little nicer. If I had another icon, maybe like another present or something else, or if I did have my party time stickers, maybe I would include something different with this. Okay, and this should mostly just peel all together and stick down as one. Gently peeling that away. And I got one shot at placing this. It's not going to be very forgiving if I try to move it. Okay. Party time with a cupcake and some presents, and there's a cute little card for somebody. So we've done 6 bonus cards today. I may make some additional ones, so you might want to check my Facebook page, but that's where I'm going to stop for today. Just pull those out. So the party time bonus pieces from the card kit, and also party time paper. A couple sheets from the regular bright colored party time collection, and one from the party time blue, where we got this blue and white piece. So I hope that gives you some ideas. I'd be happy to make some more card kits videos along these lines if this is something that you think is helpful. Feel free to get in touch if you need any supplies or have questions or suggestions or things you'd like to see me do on video. Thanks.